Good evening. It is an honor to have you join me today for the 2021 State of the City Address. This is the first year our State of the City is streamed solely online. But this brings home the fact that our reality has indeed changed. During this time last year, we were all searching for answers as the first case of COVID-19 was confirmed in Hidalgo County. A year ago, Governor Abbott issued an executive order closing schools for the remainder of the school year. We have canceled events, reduced services, closed buildings, responded during Hurricane Hannah, conducted community COVID-19 testing, all while trying to predict what our future will look like amid a continuing pandemic. This highlights the fact that as citizens of Weslaco, we have adapted to the circumstances, have shown we will continue to move forward and be resilient despite challenges and setbacks. We must recognize how the ongoing pandemic has impacted our lives and has left an imprint on our community. From small business owners, restaurants, and retailers who struggle to stay afloat, to frontline workers who have risked their lives to keep services running, to those who lost jobs and businesses, to renters who couldn't afford to pay their rent, homeowners face foreclosure, and most tragically, remember those who have lost loved ones and those facing health complications arising from the virus. I want to again extend my heartfelt condolences to all those who have lost someone during this undoubtedly difficult time, including the families of the more than 200 Weslaco residents who have tragically passed away due to COVID-19. We'll continue to keep their memory alive by sharing heartfelt stories and memories. While 2020 and 2021 have been a lot for us to handle, there are many successes for us to be proud of and much to look forward to. Because of the efforts of our citizens, volunteers, commissioners, city staff, administration, businesses, and community partners, we have achieved so much in just a year's time. Within the past year, we completed the construction of 2 regional detention facilities known as RDFs within the city of Weslaco. These RDFs, totaling hundreds of acre-feet, are located near the city cemetery as well as off South Texas Boulevard and 18th Street. They were specifically designed and engineered to retain stormwater in the event hurricanes or other storms impact our area. As flat as the land is in the Rio Grande Valley, most of our stormwater storage has to be excavated. And that is why our bond money is being utilized to pay for projects that will greatly reduce the risk of flooding in Weslaco. The new stormwater detention facilities, along with our flood mitigation pumps, underground infrastructure, and drainage ditches, are all designed to reduce the risk of flooding. In fact, during Hurricane Hannah, these stormwater detention facilities provided much needed relief in our community. And we are grateful to all those involved, especially our citizens who made these projects a reality. Currently, construction continues on our Pleasant View project, where we are adding a drainage ditch, expanding capacity of our existing drainage system, excavating a regional detention facility, and installing underground concrete boxes to hold and release stormwater into the floodway. Construction began in late 2020, and we are looking forward to its completion this year. Funding for these projects allocated through the $14 million in bonds passed by our citizens to greatly improve our drainage system throughout the city. Additionally, city staff has also been installing flap gates in drainage ditches throughout Weslaco. These flap gates are specifically designed for pipes in residential areas to ensure when a ditch reaches capacity, stormwater does not flow back into the neighborhoods, causing more flooding and damage. And most recently, our crews completed the excavation and improvements of a flood mitigation project along Paisano Lane. Our crews completed 2 miles of drainage ditch improvements in the area, as well as a new swell totaling 1,300 linear feet. Along with these projects, I am particularly grateful for our strategic partnerships, including our work with Hidalgo County and Hidalgo County Precinct 1. Improvements along with Austin and Merida Street on the southern end of town, as well as in the Las Brisas subdivision, have provided relief for various neighborhoods. On behalf of myself, the City Commission, and the City of Weslaco, we would also like to again thank the Weslaco ISD Board of Trustees for approving an interlocal agreement that will allow us to create more floodwater retention capacity, including on school property between and on the campus of Big Garza Middle School and Clicker Hill Elementary. The drainage improvements there will total about 45 acre-feet. This partnership has helped secure a zero-interest loan from the Texas Water Development Board for the entire cost of the project. We were also able to secure a zero-interest loan with leveraged FEMA funds for the Kansas and Los Toritos drainage project, scheduled for summer 2021. This is another large project the city is undertaking due to our commitment to improving drainage in Weslaco. The Kansas and Los Toritos project is located south of Interstate 2 and north of Business 83 and runs east to west between Texas Boulevard and Mayor Pablo Peña Park. The project will include a new underground storm drainage system that will carry stormwater from surrounding neighborhoods to a 20-acre detention facility in Mayor Pablo Peña Park. Additionally, through other community partnerships, we also look forward to the completion of our newest park. George Garza Park will be completed this year with a walking trail, fitness equipment, tennis, basketball, and volleyball courts, as well as a splash pad. Our new park will be a place for families to gather and enjoy themselves right here in the city of Weslaco. This year, we're also moving forward with the construction of our new downtown police and fire stations. This has been in the works since we established our long and short-term capital improvement plan 5 years ago, and we're grateful to provide our employees and the community with the resources they need. The new 32,000 square feet police station and fire administration building will replace the aging police station that's over 40 years old. City of Weslaco has a capital improvement plan, which is a short-range plan that outlines capital improvement projects. The police and fire public safety building is part of the city's long-range plan as we look to provide the best services for our citizens. As far as financing goes, bonds, in this case known as certificates of obligation, will help pay for the cost of the construction. The City of Weslaco's AA- bond rating has helped us secure the financing. I'm proud to say that we are in great financial standing, and this bond rating is the highest in our city's history. In 2020, we also began utilizing our newest fire station located on the north side of town. Much like Fire Station number 1, our downtown Fire Station number 2 will expand to 14,000 square feet with 5 service bays and sleeping quarters. These two projects were identified in our strategic capital improvement plan, which takes into account our budgetary limits. In regard to our finances, before the fiscal year began, we unanimously passed a balanced budget, one of the biggest tests we must undertake as elected officials. Additionally, although the pandemic brought us financial challenges, we've collected nearly $700,000 more in sales tax revenue than last fiscal year. Our progress has been steady over the years. We could not achieve this all without the community's support, input, and vision. For that, I thank you, the citizens of Weslaco, for continuing to look to the future with a sense of hope. Undoubtedly, this past year has tested our strength as COVID-19 continues to be a challenge we have not yet completely overcome. It is my belief, though, that we will see better times. We are already seeing the tide change as our city staff, including our first responders and paramedics, have provided more than 11,000 vaccines in Weslaco alone. It is truly our duty to serve our community. Although when we began this journey together years ago, we never imagined facing such a public health challenge together. But the support of one another, taking care of our family and our friends, and being a shoulder to lean on during tough times that have brought us this far. As poet Amanda Gorman put it, we lift our gazes not to what stands between us, but what stands before us. We close the divide because we know that to put our future first, we must first put our differences aside. So I challenge all of us to continue creating a more equitable and caring Weslaco. As your elected officials, we have the ability to point us in the right direction to advance the common good. We do this by rebuilding our local economy, our connections to one another, and also within our hearts. When we set aside our differences and care for one another, we can make progress and solve any obstacle that comes our way. It's been an honor to serve as your mayor, and although we faced unfamiliar territory in 2020, I'm hopeful that some of the clouds are clearing for us this year and beyond as we head into the future as a united Weslaco. And thank you for your time and your commitment to this great city. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless Weslaco.